Guys, Matt's back for another advanced nutrition coaching video. So we're going to crank things up once again, and we're going to get specific into calories. So over the next couple of videos, we're going to look at two things in particular. So number one, we're going to look at exactly, or as near to exactly as we can, how many calories you actually need per day. Okay, and that's number one, how many calories, we're going to find out how many calories you need to actually sustain the weight that you have, taking exercise into account. And then number two, we're going to work out how many calories you need to actually get the results that you want in terms of weight loss, or maybe in some cases weight gain, if you want to build muscle. But predominantly this is a weight loss program, so we're going to be looking at what the calorie deficit is going to be, and then we're going to look at how that looks in your day-to-day kind of meals. So here's a little 5-step process to defining your calorie needs for body transformation. And then in the next follow-up video to this, we're going to look at how we break those calories down into macronutrients. But first, I want you to get really clear on your daily intake. Okay, so step one is very easy, actually. Is define your goal. So just what do you want? What do you want out of your new diet? Well, like I said, most of us, we are aiming for weight loss. So you can tick that off. Easy. Step one done. Step two, we need to identify our DCR. So your DCR is your daily calorie requirements. Like I said, this is to maintain the body shape that you have. This is taking into account your metabolism and your activity level specifically. Okay, so to do that, we're going to use a pretty simple equation. We have this graph here. So if you look at, obviously you're going to be looking at the left-hand column, the weight loss column. And for most of you, we are going to be looking at the sedentary to moderate. The 0 to 3 in brackets refers to training. Okay, 0 would be doing no training at number 10. So basically, I've fast forwarded here a little bit. If we go back to what this step is to identify your daily calorie needs to achieve that goal. And the way we do that is we times your body weight in pounds. Okay, so your body weight in pounds. If you don't know what that is, for starters, then just times your weight in kilograms by 2.2. Okay, so body weight in pounds times one of the numbers below in this graph. So we need to determine which number. So if you're doing no exercise at all and you lead a sedentary lifestyle with your job, we would shoot for 0. Sorry, we would shoot for 10. The 0 refers to 10. If you're doing kind of 1 or 2 training sessions a week, we would go for 11. So it would be body weight times 11. If you are doing the 3 recommended LPT training sessions a week, we would shoot for 12. Okay. I actually wouldn't recommend anyone going above 12 anyway. Okay, even though it says if you're doing 4+ training sessions a week and are very active to go for 13, 14. I would stick with 12 for most of you. However, if you feel that you're not been doing any of the training and you're leading a very sedentary lifestyle, then maybe 10 or 11 may be more suited. So that would basically be body weight in pounds times 12. Simple equation. So you've got that figure. So if you haven't already, write that down. Okay, then we go on to step 3. So step 3 is decide on your weekly weight loss. So how much weight a week do you want to lose? If you haven't been losing weight so far, this is your chance to get really specific. So the way that we do that is we first need to know how many calories are in a pound of body fat. Okay, so there are 3,500 calories in a pound of body fat. So why that's important is because we can simply, if we want to lose 1 pound on average per week, okay, we simply divide 3,500 calories by 7 days, by 7. Okay, and that basically means that you will have a 500 calorie per day deficit. Okay, obviously if you want to lose 2 pounds a week, that would be 1,000 calorie per day deficit. Now, I personally don't recommend anyone try and get 1,000 calorie per day deficit purely from diet. If you want to go for 2 pounds a week, I really recommend that you try and get that deficit at least 500 calories a day from more movement, more activity. Okay, so decide on your weekly weight loss. So you've got you should have two figures now. Okay, you should have your daily calorie requirements and the deficit number. So in this case, in brackets, I've got 2,000 calories as the daily calorie requirements, and then 500 as the deficit, and that brings you down to a calorie target of 1,500 calories per day. Okay. So 1,500 calories per day to lose a pound of body fat per week. Pretty simple, right? So I'll just put up another slide. Okay. So once you've done that and you know that 1,500 calories per day is how many calories that you need to lose weight, you just divide it by how many meals per day that you have. So most people consume 3 meals a day. So you know that you would need an average of 500 calories per meal. Okay, so not rocket science, really, is it? However, this is important because, as I shoot this video, it's Christmas time. I've actually got a Christmas party tonight myself. And if I know that I need to be taking in no more than 1,500 calories per day, and I've got a Christmas party tonight, and I know that there's a good chance that I'm going to consume a good half of those calories just from tonight, so maybe 750 to 800 calories to maybe 1,000 calories. Okay, then that means that for my breakfast and lunch, I need to keep those calories down. Okay, and actually, a little bit of an insight. It's exactly what I've done. I fasted through breakfast today, and I've had a small lunch, and I'm going to be able to eat my evening Christmas party meal guilt-free, which is pretty cool. I even did some training this morning as well, so I've kind of burnt off a few calories. So there you go. So that's how flexible dieting works. If you've heard the term flexible dieting before, it refers to sticking to a calorific amount that still has a deficit. So you still will get results regardless of going off plan a little bit. Now, going off plan and having Christmas party food is obviously not recommended as a long-term approach. However, life happens, and sometimes, you know, we have these birthday parties, we have these anniversaries, we have these celebrations. So rather than getting caught out every time you have one of them, you can use this flexible dieting approach. Okay. Now the next part of this is, how does this relate to your macronutrient profile? So that's in the next video. So stay tuned for that one, guys. If you have any questions on this, then hit me up.